Now on Good Morning Northwest, a road closure that will affect Northside commuters for months to come. We'll have a live report on that massive project and help you find an easier route.
And widespread showers throughout your Monday when to expect a break in that active weather coming up.
And it was a big night for old favorites and some brand new stars. A look at the winners of the 95th Academy Awards. You're watching Good Morning Northwest on 4 News Now. So glad you're with us. I'm Robin Nance. Derek is off this morning. It is Monday, March 13th. Emily Bloom filling in for Mark Peterson, who is also off this morning. She has a look at that first alert forecast.
And yes, some of the rain showers that we had in the overnight hours and Sunday evening going to continue throughout your Monday. So we take a look at our forecast radar. All of that activity becoming most widespread and heavy rainfall at about 2 p.m. this afternoon, continuing until about 4 or 5. Now, after that point, showers still going to be off and on through your Monday evening. But by Tuesday, we clear it out and we're going to have mostly sunny skies. So that sunshine returning for tomorrow. Temperatures not too bad either. We're going to be in the 40s for the next couple of days. High today will be 49 degrees, and you can see those showers on and off continuing until this evening. Across the region, temps in those upper 40s and lower to mid 50s for those of you in our western counties. As we head into the overnight hours tonight, a low of 31 degrees, much cooler than where we were last night. We're going to have that rain continuing and then snow mixing in with some of that in some particular areas. Those winds also continuing through today and tomorrow, coming out of the southwest about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Right along with that, you want to bear in mind we're going to have mountain snow, something to keep in mind for those of you who may be traveling over the next couple of days.
And speaking of traveling, if you take TJ Meanock Drive for your morning commute, you will want to plan for detours. The city is closing the road starting today. This is part of a $7 million project to improve the health of the Spokane River. Destiny Richards is live at the TJ Meanock closure with what drivers will be running into starting this morning. You're already seeing some closures.
That's right. Just this morning here at Northwest Boulevard and North TJ Meanock Drive, we just saw the blocking closure here for the left and right turning lanes. And this is the closure that you'll be dealing with on this end of things. So North TJ Meanock Drive is going to be blocked off from the north end of the bridge to Northwest Boulevard for 5 months for a rebuild. But there are detours that will be in place. Just take a look at the map here. If you're heading north, you'll need to take Pettit Drive to Maxwell Avenue to Ash or Maple Street. Drivers heading south will be able to access the TJ Meanock Bridge and West Wistocks Way at Pettit Drive interchange. Just be aware of partial closures in the area. The city of Spokane says TJ Meanock Drive is closing for the construction of stormwater drainage and pipes in the area. At the same time, the road is getting a much needed facelift. Communications manager Kirsten Davis says drivers should expect delays and a longer commute because of the detours in place.
It is going to add some time to a commute, but there are some options around that. But that is the major change there.
This project is the final stage of the Cochrane Basin Stormwater Management Plan, which has been in the works for years to improve the quality and health of the Spokane River. The city says while the closure of TJ Meanock Drive will definitely be an inconvenience, there are long-term positive impacts for the community when this project is all complete. And we'll have more on what this is all going towards coming up later this hour. Live in Spokane, Destiny Richards, 4 News Now.
Breaking news, we are learning some details about a child rape case out of Grant County. Warden police started an investigation into alleged sexual misconduct between a 22-year-old woman and a 15-year-old Warden high school student. A police report says it started in 2021 when the victim, he was 13 and she was 21. Her name is Andrea Campos Hernandez. The victim says besides sex, he and Hernandez shared explicit photos and videos with one another. Hernandez was employed as a child care provider when the sheriff's office found her. She was arrested on suspicion of second-degree child rape. You can read the full details on this story on KXLY.com. And more breaking news. Authorities in Texas are investigating the accidental shooting death of a 4-year-old girl. The Harris County Sheriff's Office says a 3-year-old girl shot and killed her sister last night. The 2 children were in their apartment with 5 adults. At some point, the girls were left alone in a bedroom. The 3-year-old found a loaded pistol and fired a single shot, hitting her sister. Authorities say the little girl was pronounced dead at the scene. We don't know yet if anyone will be charged with the crime. This morning, the FAA is investigating an emergency landing in Lewiston. This is the plane involved. It's a Cessna 172. It had to make an emergency landing on a golf course after losing power in the air Saturday morning. The plane's wingtip struck a tree upon landing, but that was the extent of the damage. There were 2 people on board that plane. Neither was hurt. The city of Spokane is working to get more people to ride their bikes, and it wants to hear from you about bike parking. The city's planning service department is reviewing bicycle parking code requirements to make sure people can get bike parking for new buildings and redevelopments throughout the city. Spokane spoke with a public advisory committee, but wants to hear from people who use these facilities. To fill out the questionnaire, share your experiences, you can find this story on KXLY.com. Some A-listers and some newcomers took home a coveted Oscar trophy last night. Many of those nominated for the Academy Awards were first-timers. 16 out of the 20 acting nominees up for their first awards. And the competition was tough with so much talent in this theater. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, and All Quiet on the Western Front went big. And in just a few minutes, we will have a full Oscars recap. The excitement was palpable for the 3 local teams waiting to hear who they will play in the first round of the NCAA tournament and where they're going. It was Selection Sunday yesterday, and it was filled with some surprises. Our Alex Crescenti has it all from the GU men and women and the WSU women, all representing in the big dance. Good morning. Northwest time is now 5 minutes after 6. Emily Bloom filling in for Mark. And yeah, we've been talking about a wet day today.
Wet day, and right along with that, we're going to have some winds as well, coming out of the southwest, about 5 to 15 miles an hour throughout the day, and temperatures into the upper 40s. We'll take a closer look at all of that coming up in just a few minutes.
We sprang forward for daylight saving time, but when will it end? Are we ever going to ditch the switch? We'll tell you where things stand coming up.
Stream 4 News now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
Xavier Green and Jennifer Thompson.
It's college tournament time at Turf Club Sportsbook, where suddenly every game's a big game. And that office pool you're in? Well, so much for that. This is real sports betting that goes beyond the bracket. All in a modern game day setting where you can take home a lot more than some intern's lunch money.
Get off the sidelines and into the action at the all-new Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer, only at Northern Quest.
My grandfather, Doug Parker, started Parker almost 40 years ago, just a real small dealership with about 30 employees.
The people at Parker that make this place unique are hardworking, they know their jobs, and they're driven.
We have a lot of employees that have been here a long time, and I think that just ties into everything. Our culture, how we treat employees, we're always trying to become better people, become a better business, better community partner. It's our job to provide the best experience for every single person that walks in that door.
At Gold Seal Plumbing, we're always looking at better ways to solve plumbing issues in your home. That's why we use the latest technology in sewer line repair called trenchless sewer repair. We can replace your current sewer line without digging up your entire yard. With just a couple of holes in the ground, we can pull new sewer pipe from the main line right into your house with minimal disruption to your lawn and your wallet. So if you need your sewer line repaired or replaced, call the best. Call Gold Seal Plumbing. We're on our way.
My name is Liz, and I've worked here for about 34 years. I have a real passion for design. I love the whole process from beginning to end. It just makes me really happy to see the completely done, reinvented space. I think it's a hugely important part. I don't generally just design and then never see it from people again. I just want to create that relationship. It's really important. A strong bond and strong relationship with people to continue on and then help them down the road. So it's a huge part for me.
Use me to take a bite out of food waste and help the environment.
How'd you do that?
Well, give me yard waste, food scraps, heck, even your food-soiled paper like pizza boxes, paper towels, and coffee filters. I'll take it to be composted and returned to the soil.
And we'll still be here for the rest.
Learn more at SpokaneCountySolidWaste.org.
It is 6:08. The 95th Academy Awards taking center stage in Hollywood. The evening was marked with first-time winners, jokes by host Jimmy Kimmel, and incredibly moving acceptance speeches. ABC's Melissa Adon has highlights from Hollywood.
And the Oscar goes to Everything, Everywhere, All at Once.
The 95th Oscars breaking barriers. Everything Everywhere All at Once nominated for 11 Academy Awards and coming home with 7, including the top prize as well as Ke Huy Quan with Best Supporting Actor.
My journey started on a boat. I spent a year in a refugee camp. And somehow, I ended up here on Hollywood's biggest stage.
The historic awards show featuring 16 first-time nominees, like Best Actor winner Brendan Fraser for his powerful performance in The Whale.
So this is what the multiverse looks like. Oh, my goodness.
Jamie Lee Curtis taking home her first Oscar Gold since her career began 45 years ago, winning Best Supporting Actress.
I just won an Oscar. Lift me up.
A stunning performance by Rihanna for Oscar-nominated song Lift Me Up from Black Panther Wakanda Forever. And this surprise performance by Lady Gaga. Jimmy Kimmel not holding back any punches, addressing the crisis team the Academy created this year following last year's infamous slap.
This point in the show kind of makes you miss the slapping a little, right?
All jokes aside, the emphasis Sunday night on the achievements. Stephanie Hsu emotional watching her co-star Michelle Yeoh become the first Asian to win Best Actress.
This is proof that dreams dream big and dreams do come true. And ladies, don't let anybody tell you you are ever past your prime.
So many powerful moments really dominated by the film Everything Everywhere All at Once as they took on Hollywood's biggest night. Reporting in Hollywood, Melissa Adon, ABC News.
And here in Spokane, we are going to have a rainy and wet day, right along with that gusty winds as well. Sunshine will return for our Tuesday, and we're going to have temps warming throughout the week. We're up into the lower 50s by this weekend.
It is now almost 6:11. It's the second largest failure of a banking institution in U.S. history. What the federal government is doing about the demise of Silicon Valley Bank and who is stepping in to help. And California just cannot get a break. Just ahead, the latest major storm taking aim at an already inundated state.
A combination of fun and performance is why Kylie and I are excited to show you the Subaru Crosstrek.
The all-wheel drive Crosstrek offers an available 2.5-liter Subaru Boxer engine, giving you extra performance and power unlike anything on or off the road.
There's no shortage of space for passengers and a surprising amount of cargo room for your gear.
The Crosstrek has an 8-inch touchscreen with Apple CarPlay, connecting you with your favorite apps and navigation.
Check out the Subaru Crosstrek and receive no-problem customer attention at Parker Subaru in beautiful Coeur d'Alene.
We are Heritage Funeral and Cremation. When you need us, we'll be here.
We are committed to serving your family as we would our own.
With respect, love, and compassion. Heritage is part of a local, community-owned association.
With roots going back to 1888.
And a dedication to inland Northwest families.
That we support by giving back to over 15 community organizations annually.
We're here
when you need us most.
Mother's Cupboard has the lowest prices on your favorite vitamin brands, like Now, 33% off every day, and Carlson, 30% off every day. And now, we also deliver in the Spokane area. If you can't make it into one of our 4 stores, we'll deliver to you, usually the same day. Only Mother's Cupboard has the highest quality supplements at the best prices and delivery to you.
Mother's Cupboard, things that make you feel good.
Lucky you. Ironstone Furniture and Fire is selling all in-stock furniture and accessories at 30% off. Explore our new arrivals, bestsellers, and collections loved by our customers. We have everything you need to furnish your home. Visit our showroom, Ironstone Furniture and Fire in Coeur d'Alene.
See the full line of LG appliances at Fred's.
Ask about exclusive and factory rebates on dishwashers, laundry sets, refrigerators, and ranges.
French door LG refrigerators are in stock and ready for pickup or delivery.
LG appliances are consistently top rated. With one stop at Fred's, see LG's full line.
Select from LG top load or front load laundry sets that are in stock.
At Fred's, service and selection equals satisfaction. Come in and see us today.
We're celebrating 50 years of hip-hop with Chance the Rapper. Plus, that's 2 points for me, 0 for Kelly. You know we love a game. Next, Kelly.
Watch Kelly today at 4 and 4 News Now at 5.
Looking for quality and experience? Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic has been providing personalized care to their clients for over 30 years. Full dentures, implant attachments, repairs, fittings, adjustments, they do it all. With competitive costs and quality service, you'll leave Coeur d'Alene Denture Clinic smiling.
4 News Now is brought to you by Heritage Funeral and Cremation.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
It is 6:14. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. President Biden just finished addressing the nation about an unsteady U.S. banking system. That address follows the collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank, the second largest failure of a financial institution in U.S. history. In a statement yesterday, the White House said Americans can have, quote, confidence that their bank deposits will be there when they need them. Silicon Valley Bank crumbled Friday morning in what is the largest closure of a U.S. lender since 2008. And new this morning, the HSBC will take over the UK arm of the failed Silicon Valley Bank in an attempt to avert a potential banking crisis. We'll have more about the collapse and the fallout in about half an hour. Millions in California are bracing for another atmospheric river event that's expected to take aim on the state today. People there have been dealing with widespread rain and massive flooding in Monterey County, where a levee was breached. Shelters are becoming crowded as emergency crews rescue those stranded in floodwaters. For now, California officials are reminding people to avoid travel and stay clear of several waterways. Authorities say 3 women living in Texas crossed into Mexico February 24th to sell clothes at a flea market and have not been seen since. Family members say they have not heard from Marina Perez Rios, her sister Martiza, or Dora Alicia Cervantes Sainz, and are concerned about their safety. State police and the FBI are investigating. Here is a live look over downtown Spokane. Look at the pavilion all lit up. Oh, it's so pretty. Let's check in now with Emily because, you know, while it's very pretty, it's also pretty wet.
Yes, and that is going to be kind of the theme for today. We are expecting rainfall on and off throughout our entire Monday, heading into this night tonight as well. Temperatures right now across the region, not too bad as you are waking up, despite that rain. Temperatures in the 30s and 40s, depending upon where exactly you are at. And we're going to be warming pretty nicely throughout the day as well. Now, putting this all into motion for us as we take a look at the forecast radar. You can see that rain really becoming widespread and heavier rainfall right at about the 1-2 p.m. hour. The heavier rainfall going to continue until about 4-5 p.m. tonight. Now, after that, that doesn't mean the rain is over. Still going to have some on and off showers, but we're just expecting that heaviest rainfall as those of you are getting off of work, heading home from school, whatever it may be. Moving into Tuesday, we are going to have the sunshine returning and the rain moving out. With all of the rain, that does mean that we have snow in the mountain passes, something for you to keep in mind. Anywhere between about 3 to 12 inches, 12 for those of you, or for Stevens and Snoqualmie Pass, that is. Over the next 12 hours, we're going to have a high of 49 degrees today, probably about the 4 or 5 p.m. hour, into the mid-50s by 7 p.m. tonight, with those rain showers continuing. By this afternoon, temperatures in the upper 40s and even into the lower to mid-50s for those of you in our western counties. 49 will be the high in Spokane, depending upon where exactly it is at. 45 in Colville, 52 for those of you in the Pullman area. Heading into the overnight hours tonight, we're back down to 31 degrees, much cooler than where we were at last night. We are going to have some snow mixing into the rain in some particular areas, and those winds coming out of the southwest about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight lows will be in the 20s and 30s region-wide. Moving into tomorrow, we're still into the 40s with those mostly sunny skies and the winds continuing as well. We're into the upper 40s by Thursday, and for this weekend, temps in the lower 50s, certainly seeing that shift into the spring weather. Now we're going to take a look at the pet of the week.
When we spring forward and get warmer weather, it's also time for kitten season. Although kittens are adorable, older kitties need a forever home too. Here are a few of the 1+-year-old cats who are still waiting for a forever home. You can view these photos on our website at kootenaihumane.org or stop by this week on Tuesday or Thursday afternoon to visit them in person. Help make room for the hundreds of kittens that will soon be arriving over the summer by adopting one of these adult felines. Remember, when you adopt a pet from Kootenai Humane Society, not only are you adding to your family, you are also saving a life.
Oh, so cute. So cute. It is now 6:19. 3 local teams are going dancing. Up next, where 2 GU and 1 WSU team are heading and who they're facing in the first round of the NCAA tournament. Thanks for waking up with Good Morning Northwest on your Monday morning. Back after this.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Wow, you found it.
I did.
The History of Water Part 6. I've been dying to read this.
I know, honey.
I love this.
I love you. Are they for real?
I always wanted that book.
At Culligan, we get that most people don't think about water like we do, and that's okay. You see, when we install one of our high-efficiency water softeners, we're thinking about hard water and limescale buildup. So you can just think about longer-lasting appliances and softer skin and hair. At Culligan, we think about your water, so you don't have to.
Northwest Fence, Spokane's leader in quality vinyl, wood, ornamental iron, and chain link fences, as well as automated gates, is now offering a spring special to make your backyard beautiful with 20% off all white or tan stock vinyl fencing. Just stop by our retail location in the Valley or give us a call to discuss your project. And remember, nobody builds better than Northwest Fence.
No matter where you are in your financial journey, we're here to help you along the way. Open a free Ascend checking account and you can earn 3.50% APY on balances up to $15,000 with no minimum balance required. Bring your finances to new heights with our checking that pays you dividends. Get your account today at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union.
Spokane, Coeur d'Alene, are there problems at home? Plumbing problems? Don't panic. Call Platinum. Platinum Mechanical. Platinum Mechanical's experienced 5-star rated team is always available for drain cleaning emergencies. And only Platinum Mechanical offers drain cleaning for the low price of just $76. If you got a problem, go Platinum. Platinum Mechanical. 509-998-5113.
Love your home from the inside and out with new windows from Infinity from Marvin. Ultrex fiberglass is 8 times stronger than vinyl and virtually maintenance-free. Infinity's energy-efficient windows and doors are built for life and backed by our limited lifetime warranty. Give your home the fresh new look it deserves and find out why more people are choosing fiberglass.
Call 892-6460 or go to residentialhs.com today to schedule your free design consultation and estimate. Residential Home Solutions and Infinity Windows. Home improvements. Custom fit for life.
After 4 long months of watching college basketball, we finally made it. Selection Sunday, a moment where 3 of our local teams heard their names called to play in the 2023 NCAA tournament. And for the 24th straight year, the Gonzaga men are dancing. They receive a 3 seed in the West region of the bracket and will head to Denver for the first 2 rounds. Coming into the weekend, there was some thought that the Bulldogs could sneak into that number 2 seed, but they will still take this placement and make the most of the opportunity to stay close to home.
At the end of the day, we're still Gonzaga no matter what number we have next to our name. People are always going to want to, put that pressure on us that we never win and all this, but we got to do what we got to do at the end of the day.
Once you get into this thing, everybody's earned their way in some way, shape, or form, and it's always going to be a really, really difficult game. We've had very difficult games as a 1 seed.
The Bulldogs will face off against the Grand Canyon Low hopes out of the Western Athletic Conference on Friday afternoon. If they win it, it will either be TCU, Arizona State, or Nevada waiting in the second round. And the Gonzaga women had to wait a little bit on Sunday afternoon to hear their names called, but they were selected as a 9 seed in the Seattle 2 region. They'll face off against Ole Miss in the first round out in Palo Alto later this week, meaning a win, and it's very likely they'll face Stanford for a second time this season. Bulldogs will be looking to advance to the round of 32 for the second straight year. And how about them Cougs? The Washington State women, coming off their Pac-12 championship, were named as a 5 seed in the Greenville 2 region, where they will play 12-seeded Florida Gulf Coast. Wazoo makes it back to the tournament for the 3rd straight year, but they're still searching for their first win in the Big Dance, and they certainly have a great chance to do so. And we will be there every step of the way with the Zags, Julian Minnesone and myself, with a fast break to Houston. Coverage starting Wednesday evening from Denver right here on 4 News Now, and you can follow along on KXOY, KXOY Plus, and KXOY.com for all your on and off the court stories as Gonzaga looks to get to the Final Four for the first time since 2021. And according to FanDuel, the Gonzaga men have the 6th best odds to win the national championship at plus 1,600. On the women's side, not nearly as close. Gonzaga sitting at plus 13,000 and Washington State plus 49,000. But as a pilot who made the Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs once said, never tell me the odds.
The Spokane County firefighters will soon have a new tool as peak wildfire season approaches. The Department of Natural Resources is joining forces with Pano AI to tackle wildfires in Spokane County. Pano AI combines 360 cameras and artificial intelligence and is put on top of mountains, cell towers, and other high vantage points to show people when a fire starts and what it looks like in real time.
Camera images go through our artificial intelligence engine where we detect smoke and heat. And when we detect a fire, we push a notification out to first responders through text and email, and we accompany that notification with a video of the fire growing.
These devices could be in Spokane County within the next few months. We all switched our clocks yesterday for daylight saving time, but a few lawmakers are calling for an end to it. A bill introduced a while back by Washington Representative Marcus Riccelli called for Washington to move to permanent daylight saving time. The legislature passed the bill in 2019. Even though Governor Jay Inslee signed that bill into law, there's nothing that can be done actually until Congress approves it and President Biden gives the final sign-off. Last year, the Sunshine Protection Act passed through the Senate unanimously, but it stalled in the House and died there. Once again, the bill has been reintroduced by Florida Senator Marco Rubio. If it were to pass, Washington and some other states would move to permanent daylight saving time. We'll let you know what happens. It is now 6:26. New details in the U of I murders investigation. Coming up, what unsealed court documents show us about the case building against Brian Kohberger.
And North TJ Minot Drive is officially closed for stormwater management work for the next 5 months. Coming up, why this project is happening and what it's going to look like.
In this morning's GMA First Look, from fan to accused stalker to alleged murderer. This morning, Redmond, Washington police releasing new details into the killings of a 33-year-old software developer and her husband, who police say were brutally murdered in their home on Friday by a truck driver from Texas, who then turned the gun on himself.
The victim and suspect became acquainted through a chat room for Farsi-speaking individuals who were seeking jobs in tech.
But police say that Ramin Hodokaram Rezai met Zori Zadegi under false pretenses on the popular streaming forum Clubhouse. Zadegi initially befriended the suspect, thinking he was looking for a tech job, even meeting him in person, but eventually he became fixated. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have more on the days before the murder. With your GMA First Look, I'm Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
Moderate to severe eczema. It doesn't care if you have a date, a day off, or a double shift. Make your move and get out in front of eczema with steroid-free Sabinco. Not an injection, Sabinco is a once-daily pill for those who didn't respond to past treatments. And it's proven to help provide clearer skin and relieve itch fast. Sabinco continuously treats eczema whether you're flaring or not.
Sabinco can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB. Before and during treatment, your doctor should check for infections and do blood tests. Tell your doctor if you've had hepatitis B or C, have flu-like symptoms, or are prone to infections. Do not take with medicines that prevent blood clots, serious, sometimes fatal infections, lymphoma, lung, skin, and other cancers. Serious heart-related events and blood clots can happen. People 50 and older with heart disease risk factors have an increased risk of serious heart-related events or death with JAK inhibitors.
It's time to get out in front of eczema. Ask your doctor about once-daily Sabinco.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Fairway Floor.
ABC's World News Tonight
and 4 News Now.
When the local story is national news.
When national stories hit home. Watch ABC World News Tonight at 5:30.
And 4 News Now at 6. That's what we mean when we say expect more.
At Colville Toyota, the pups are always sniffing out a deal that works best for you. Plus, our entire team is customer focused.
If you want a hassle-free, simple, easy, enjoyable, and quick customer service, take a scenic drive to Colville Toyota.
We're customer-centered and here to help you with the new Toyota car, SUV, truck, and our mix of certified and used vehicles.
Colville Toyota, where it's easy to buy, easy to do business with.
We're your small-town dealership with a big heart.
McVeigh Brothers Siding and Windows, we're working for you.
McVeigh Brothers proudly sells the most quality and energy-efficient windows sold today. Let us show you how these new amazing windows can improve the beauty and energy efficiency of your home. And if you're looking for new, strong, durable doors, we have optional multi-point locking systems to make your home safe and secure. For over 60 years, McVeigh Brothers has been improving homes all over the Northwest.
We're working for you.
We could feed 8 people for $15.
Save some dinner bucks with Chef Jeffrey Zakarian's Garbage Stew. Plus, Dirty Martini Shrimp and Linguine.
Whoa!
Next, Rachel.
Watch Rachel today at 3 and 4 News Now at 5. From 4 News Now, this is Good Morning Northwest.
The 4 News Now story tracker with the stories people are reading about online this morning. Former Vice President Mike Pence made his most blistering comments yet about his former boss. Speaking at the annual Gridiron Club dinner in Washington, D.C. this weekend, Pence slammed former President Trump, saying Trump's reckless words endangered his family and everyone at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. Pence also said Trump was wrong for claiming he had the authority to overturn the results of the 2020 election. The former VP also made a promise during his speech saying, quote, "For as long as I live, I will never, ever diminish the injuries sustained, the lives lost, or the heroism of law enforcement on that tragic day." At least 8 people were killed when 2 migrant smuggling boats capsized in treacherous surf and heavy fog in California. A Spanish-speaking woman on one of the Panga-style boats called 911 Saturday night to report the other vessel overturned in waves at Black's Beach. She said there were 15 people on the capsized vessel and 8 on hers. Coast Guard and San Diego fire rescue crews pulled bodies of 8 adults from the water, but fog hampered the search for additional victims. Recovery efforts resumed Sunday, but no additional bodies were found. Good morning, Northwest. I'm Robin Nance. Derek has the morning off. It is Monday, March 13th. Let's check in with Emily Bloom in for Mark Peterson with a look at your first alert forecast.
Yeah, some of the rain that we experienced last night and in the overnight hours going to continue with us for the majority of our Monday. Taking a look right now, you can see that rain moving through the Spokane area. Temperatures in those lower 40s and in the mid 30s for those of you in Coeur d'Alene. By this afternoon, though, we're warming into the upper 40s and even into the 50s in some areas. That's a look at what we can experience or expect rather here in Spokane by the tail end of this week. Take a look at that forecast radar. The heaviest rain and the most widespread rain going to be around 1 p.m. this afternoon, about 2 p.m. continuing until about 5 p.m. tonight. So if you are planning some grocery shopping, running some errands, that's probably the time period you're going to want to avoid if at all possible. Rain will clear out by Tuesday with the sunshine returning, and all of this rain does mean snow in the higher elevations.
A busy road is closing for 5 months starting today. Drivers will want to plan for detours and a longer morning commute. Actually, commute all day long. The city of Spokane says it is making stormwater and sanitation improvements in the area, and rebuilding TJ Meanock Drive is one part of that. Destiny Richards is live at the TJ Meanock Road closure to explain what this construction project is all about, and there's lots to it.
That's right. This is just one piece of it, the resurfacing of North TJ Meanock Drive. And we're actually here with Kirsten Davis of the city of Spokane. We've been talking this morning about how this is one piece of a larger stormwater management project. Can you tell us what that is all about?
Absolutely. So this is one of our largest collection points for stormwater and runoff in the city of Spokane. Over 5,000 acres collect into this Cochrane Basin is what it's called. So it's raining today. We're going to have, as temperatures warm up, our snowpack is going to start to melt. So imagine everything that's going down a storm drain as far northeast as Market and Francis is going to work its way this direction. And so this project is really about cleaning all of that water that comes down those drains before it gets into the river to keep our river cleaner.
Yeah, and the Cochrane Basin Stormwater Management Plan also includes other improvements like a disc golf course, because these facilities aren't really like a building or things like that.
Right. So this is what's really cool too. When we do these underground projects, we also really work hard to do above ground benefits. So, and then we partnered with the Parks Department to what could we do with that downriver disc golf course. It's going to be a brand new 18-hole golf course with filtration ponds all throughout the course that are actually cleaning up that water before it goes into the river. So that's a really cool combination and way to collaborate for both recreation and river health.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. This is just a minor inconvenience while all of that is coming, even though it's going to be lasting for 5 months. So just go to our website, kxly.com, for information on those detours and other projects happening in the city. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Destiny, thanks. And another construction project set to begin today. Crews will start work on a new railroad bridge on West Euclid, north of Airway Heights. The current bridge was deemed unsafe about 4 years ago. The reason it's taken so long for a replacement is because it is not owned by the county. The bridge is set to open in September. An update to the University of Idaho murders investigation. Unsealed documents detail what prosecutors were looking for as they were searching for evidence in the early stages of the case before Bryan Kohberger was listed as a suspect. It includes search warrants to access information from Amazon about the possible purchase of a Ka-Bar knife and a Ka-Bar U.S. Marine Corps knife sheath. A knife sheath matching that description was found at the crime scene. Police say it contained a match of Bryan Kohberger's DNA. Another warrant was for access to Apple iCloud accounts of all 4 victims. Investigators also wanted permission to search the victims' Cash App accounts, as well as more information on the DoorDash deliveries Xana Kernodle received around the time investigators believe the students were killed. You can find the full story, as well as all of our previous coverage on this case, on KXLY.com. In Redmond, Washington, a suspected stalker broke into a podcaster's home, then shot and killed her and her husband and then himself. The couple at this home had called police before in December and again in mid-January to report that the man was stalking the podcaster. She and her husband filed paperwork for a temporary protection order against this man because he had reportedly listened to the wife's podcast, then began communicating with her. Police say it escalated. He repeatedly called her, her husband, even her friends.
In this case, the victim did everything that they possibly could. Unfortunately, this person broke into their home and killed her, and it is a tragic event.
Redmond Police Chief Daryl Lowe says those investigators were working to serve a protection order, but tracking down that suspect who lived out of state proved to be very difficult. Good morning. Northwest time is now 6:37. Emily Bloom is back filling in for Mark this morning.
Yeah, we are going to have widespread rain throughout the day today. Heaviest period of rainfall is going to be in those afternoon hours. That does mean mountain snow. The sunshine returns for our Tuesday, and by the tail end of this work week, we are looking at highs in the 50s.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
For over 25 years, Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet in Post Falls has been your choice for the best in floor covering for your home or business. Flooring choices can be overwhelming. At Fairway Floor, our professional design staff simplifies the process by working with you to make your dream a reality. From remodels to new construction, let Fairway Floor help you dream it, design it, live it. Fairway Floor Abbey Carpet, North Idaho's premier flooring store. Come in and see it for yourself.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. Seven Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
Jewelry Design Center opened as Doug Toon Jewelry Manufacturing. After several years of growth, my brother Denver is with us. He joined more than 15 years ago. My sister Chelsea works in the Tri-Cities. This is more than just a job or a business for us. It's a generational thing that we're hoping to continue on many years to come. We love what we do. This is a passion for us. We're in this for the long haul. We want to be your jeweler for life.
I'm Jonah, and I'd like to welcome you to the brand new Coeur d'Alene Nissan. You'll find the grand dealership lobby open, comfortable, and relaxing. A service center with state-of-the-art equipment committed to getting you quickly and safely back on the road. There's much more to experience. I'm inviting you to stop in and see us. We're just off Highway 95 in Coeur d'Alene.
If you're looking for a great career where you can spend time outdoors and make good money with an amazing team, then check out the Northwest Fence School of Fence. We will train individuals to specialize in chain link, privacy vinyl, ornamental iron, and wood fence installation. Our one-month school will assist you in understanding the basic principles of fence installation. Seize the opportunity to join our team and train to be a fence professional. Our classes are enrolling now, so contact Northwest Fence today for more information. Northwest Fence. Nobody builds them better.
It's now 6:40. The federal government is deploying emergency measures to stop a potential banking crisis. They've now seized a second bank based in New York, just 2 days after regulators shut down Silicon Valley Bank. ABC's Lindsay Watt has the story.
This morning, extraordinary steps by federal regulators to avoid a potential banking crisis. Over the weekend, they took over another regional institution, Signature Bank of New York, a bank with a number of clients in cryptocurrency. It comes just 2 days after they shut down Silicon Valley Bank in California, the second biggest bank failure in U.S. history.
I think that without this, there could have been some serious runs on other banks because there would have been a loss of confidence throughout the whole system.
The Federal Reserve says customers of both banks will have access to all their funds when branches open today. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen insisting the emergency measures are not a bailout because the funds will come from an FDIC account, a pool of money paid into by U.S. banks.
We are concerned about depositors and are focused on trying to meet their needs.
Analysts agree the program is different than the taxpayer-funded bailouts of America's big banks during the 2008 financial crisis.
I don't think this is anything like 2008. I don't think we have to worry about that. We don't have contagion in the financial system itself.
The turmoil began Wednesday when Silicon Valley Bank tried to sell assets to boost its balance sheet. That panicked investors, and customers raced to withdraw funds after seeing news on social media. While the bank was a preferred lender for the tech world, its failure is impacting households across the country, like this Ohio mom and startup founder worried about making payroll for her employees.
It's really easy to think that the impact of this is very limited to the Silicon Valley and the Bay Area, and it couldn't be further from the truth.
In a swift move this morning, British regulators just announced that the UK arm of Silicon Valley Bank will be acquired by financial giant HSBC. It's a private sale that will protect bank depositors. Lindsay Watts, ABC News, Washington.
And we're going to have a rainy start to your work week, heavy afternoon rain. If you are planning any kind of errands, you're going to want to try to avoid that time period. Sunshine returns for Tuesday and temps warming into the 50s by the tail end of this week.
If you do not have a collection of reusable bags, you might want to think about stocking up now. Walmart will stop selling those thick plastic reusable bags in Washington next month. The retailer confirmed to 4 News Now that all stores in the state will get rid of plastic and paper bags on April 18th. Walmart says Washington will be one of 6 states eliminating the plastic bags that currently sell for 8 cents. The cloth bags and bags to keep food cold should still be available at a cost. Walmart says eliminating the plastic bags is part of a company goal to achieve zero waste. The company says there are no plans to roll out its no plastic bags policy at stores in Idaho for right now. Good morning, Northwest. Time is now 6:43. More coming your way right after this break.
Download the 4 News Now app today.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley, or Click It RV in Spokane, and get the same grand opening specials on travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy haulers, and Class A and C motorhomes. We guarantee it. A mile north of the Y on Newport Highway, or clickitrv.com.
In every child, there is hope. In every child, there is joy. Joy exists to shine the light and to show every child is limitless.
C is for how cute this sectional would look in your home.
U is for you should come down to Kerner Furniture.
S is for so much sleep.
T is for this is taking too long to spell.
We don't have to spell it out. We always have a great selection and the guaranteed lowest Lazy Boy prices.
From purchase to delivery, we make the furniture buying process as easy as ABC.
Come down to Kerner Furniture's Customer Appreciation Sale and see the savings for yourself.
Kerner Furniture, nice store, low prices.
Wow, you guys really are taking the Zags Win You Win promotion seriously.
Oh, yes, ma'am. If the Gonzaga Bulldogs win the 2023 National Championship, Bill's Heating's going to be refunding up to $6,000 of people's eligible equipment purchases, including yours.
Well, I hope you win.
Yeah, we got this.
There's something new from Better Than Bouillon. Introducing the Culinary Collection. Exciting new flavors like sofrito for casseroles or adobo for fajitas, each adding a little something special to all your family favorites. But don't take our word for it. The Culinary Collection from Better Than Bouillon.
Reynolds Wrap makes this whole cooking and cleanup thing so easy. Speeds up this so I can get to them.
Easy prep, cook, and clean with Reynolds Wrap.
What do we have here?
I was hit by a semi. For your headache.
Don't accept that small check.
We'll make sure that you get the help you deserve.
One call, that's 509-999-9999.
Celebrate the grand opening of Click It RV's new store in Yakima Valley, or Click It RV in Spokane, and get the same grand opening specials, plus liquidation prices on all 20 to 22 RVs. Nobody will beat our prices. We guarantee it. A mile north of the Y on Newport Highway, or clickitrv.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Wendell Motors.
It is 6:46. Here's a look at what's new on Good Morning Northwest. Trucking, warehouse, and parcel delivery companies are cutting their payrolls as online ordering slows down post-pandemic. The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics says logistics operators slashed nearly 17,000 jobs last month. A number of trucking executives anticipate a rebound in demand the second half of the year as retailers start placing more orders. More job cuts at Facebook parent Meta. The Wall Street Journal has learned the first wave of dismissals is expected next week. The pink slips expected to total about 13% of the workforce. Meta is also shutting down a number of projects, including some wearable devices that were in the works in the company's Metaverse division. Vermont police responded to a potential threat on a United Airlines flight headed into Burlington International Airport yesterday. The call for an emergency came from the crew, who said somebody found a note about a bomb aboard the flight. It turned out to be a false alarm. The FBI and U.S. Attorney's Office are leading the investigation. Here is your live look The Spokane Veterans Memorial Arena in green. St. Patty's Day coming up. Of course, the parade was over the weekend. It stayed dry, and it was a beautiful day yesterday, but not so much today.
Yeah, it's going to continue throughout the better part of our entire Monday as well. Taking a look at that, you could see all of the wet roads out there reflecting on those lights. Live radar and satellite is showing that active weather is going to continue for us throughout the day. We're going to start out our Monday with the rain and close it out as well. Temperatures right now in the lower 40s in the Spokane area and 35 for those of you in the Coeur d'Alene area. Temperatures this is our temperatures right now, rather, in the mid 40s. We've got 34 for those of you in Meade, 35 in Deer Park. And we're going to be warming pretty nicely as we make it into the afternoon, just a couple degrees warmer than where we're at right now. Forecast radar is showing that this rainfall is going to be most widespread and heavy around the 1 p.m. hour, continuing until about 5 p.m. So if you have errands to run, you're going to want to avoid this time period. Now, once we get through 5 p.m., that doesn't mean that the rain is cleared out for the day. It is still going to continue on and off throughout our evening as well. Heading into the overnight hours, some of you could even get a little bit of snow mixing into that rain. It's not going to amount to any kind of accumulation for your Tuesday morning, though. Temperatures this afternoon, we're looking at a high in the Spokane area of about 48, 49 degrees. We're back into the mid 40s by 7 p.m. tonight. Highs across the region, upper 40s and lower to mid 50s for those of you in the western counties. Overnight tonight will be 31 degrees, much cooler than where we were last night, with the rain and snow continuing throughout the overnight hours, and those winds continuing as well, coming out of the southwest about 5 to 15 miles an hour. Overnight lows anywhere between the 20s and 30s across the region, and then heading into our planning forecast, warming into the upper 40s by Thursday, and then take a look at that, 51 for your Friday, and holding on to those lower 50s for your upcoming weekend as well. Looking pretty nice, Robin.
Yeah, I'll say, just got to get through some wet stuff. We got this. Not a big deal. It is now 6:49. We have much more coming your way right after this. I will wrap things up, though, with the morning sprints.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Move Fitness.
Hi, I'm Randy, owner of Rooter 911 Sewer and Drain.
Sewer and drain cleaning at half the price of the larger competitors.
24/7 service for all of your sewer and drain cleaning needs in Spokane, 535-3136.
Weather Alert Days on 4 News Now.
That means weather that could be a threat to your family's safety.
The First Alert Weather Team pinpoints the most impactful and dangerous days, warning you early, on air and online. Weather Alert Days, another way we're keeping you safe on 4 News Now.
At Washington Trust Bank, can't is a 4-letter word.
I think we should hire more people.
Doc, I'm late for a meeting. I'm thinking of starting my own practice.
Do it. Too much capital.
We need a warehouse.
I can't imagine how we do that. We should knock that wall down and expand.
Do it. There's always another wall beyond the wall.
We believe you can do whatever you set your mind to, and we'll help you get there. Washington Trust Bank, privately owned, locally invested.
Get pampered, relax, invigorate, and rejuvenate. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa's new North Spokane location is a full-service salon that specializes in achieving this every day. Guests enjoy a complimentary drink with all services, including hair, nails, spa, microblading, full bridal, and more. Our 10,000 square foot spa, one of the largest in the Northwest, accommodates large groups, and walk-ins are welcome too. 7 Wonders Nail, Hair, and Spa, a luxury experience accommodating everyone.
You've been hearing about it, and now we've got it at Post Falls Volkswagen, the ID4 electric SUV. This SUV has a space, warranty, technology that buyers want at a price that's competitive. The ID4 was engineered to win the hearts of SUV owners ready to go electric. With a quick charge and an EPA estimated range of 260 miles.
The Volkswagen ID4, now eligible for a $7,500 lease credit.
The ID4 electric SUV, see it at Post Falls Volkswagen.
My name is Bob Rambo, and this is my Summit Cancer Center story. I had lymphoma. I was kind of scared to death, and the doctors recommended I go to Summit Cancer Center. Everybody on the staff there is super neat, nice, and it's kind of like a homecoming. I had lymphoma. and they cured that. I'm very thankful for this cancer center.
See breaking news in your area or have a story idea? Contact 4 News Now. This Good Morning Northwest Morning Sprint is brought to you by Bill's Heating and Air Conditioning.
Approaching 6:53, time to get you ready to take on your Monday and your week ahead with the Morning Sprint. Emily Bloom is in for Mark Peterson with news of a wet, windy day today, but better news down the road. Let's get, though, first over to Destiny Richards, who is live talking about a construction project affecting lots of you in Northwest Spokane.
That's right. This morning we've been talking about the closure of North TJ Meanock Drive, and this is closing because of not only the resurfacing of the road, but also storm water management and pipes that are being installed in the area. Let's get you over to the map that shows what detours you'll need to take. If you're heading north, you'll need to take Pettit Drive to Maxwell Avenue or Ash to Maple Street, and drivers heading south will be able to access the bridge via the Pettit Drive interchange. You can find more information about this overall project on KXLY.com.
Another construction project set to begin today. Crews will start work on a new railroad bridge on West Euclid north of Airway Heights. The current bridge was deemed unsafe about 4 years ago. It's taken so long to replace it because it is not owned by the county. The bridge is set to open in September. Breaking news, we are learning some new details this morning about a child rape case in Grant County. Warden police started an investigation into alleged sexual misconduct between a 22-year-old woman and a 15-year-old Warden high school student. A police report says it started in 2021 when the victim was 13 and the woman, Andrea Campos Hernandez, was 21. The victim also said he and Hernandez shared explicit photos and videos with each other besides having sex. Hernandez was employed as a child care provider when the sheriff's office found her. She was arrested on suspicion of second-degree child rape. An update to the University of Idaho murder investigation. Unsealed documents detail what prosecutors were looking for as they were searching for evidence in the early stages of the case before Brian Kohberger was listed as a suspect. It includes search warrants to access information from Amazon about the possible purchase of a Ka-Bar knife and a Ka-Bar U.S. Marine Corps knife sheath. A knife sheath matching that description was found at the crime scene. Police say it contained a match of Kohberger's DNA. Another warrant was for access to Apple iCloud accounts of all 4 victims. Investigators also wanted permission to search the victims' Cash App accounts, as well as more information on the DoorDash deliveries Anna Kernodle received around the time investigators believe they were killed.
And we are going to have a wet start to your work week and widespread rain throughout the day today, on and off, and the heaviest rainfall going to be in those afternoon hours. That does mean mountain snow. Sunshine will be returning by Tuesday, and then by the tail end of this week, we are warming into those 50s.
President Biden delivered remarks less than an hour ago on how the U.S. will maintain a steady banking system. He says no taxpayer money would be used to bail out Silicon Valley Bank as U.S. authorities try to contain the damage from its collapse, the second largest failure of a financial institution in U.S. history. And new this morning, HSBC will take over the UK arm of the failed Silicon Valley Bank in an attempt to avert a potential banking crisis. In Redmond, Washington, a suspected stalker broke into a podcaster's home, then shot and killed her and her husband, and then himself. The couple had called police before in December and again in mid-January to report that the man was stalking the podcaster. She and her husband filed paperwork for a temporary protection order against this man because he had reportedly listened to her podcast, then began communicating with the podcaster. But police say it escalated with him repeatedly calling her husband, even her friends. The FAA is investigating an incident in which a Lewiston airplane had to make an emergency landing late Saturday morning. This is that plane. This Cessna 172 had to make an emergency landing on a golf course after losing power in the air. The plane's wingtip struck a tree upon landing, but that was the extent of the damage. There were 2 people on board the plane. When this happened, neither one of them was hurt. Millions in California are bracing for another atmospheric river event that's expected to take aim on the state today. People there have been dealing with widespread rain and massive flooding in Monterey County, where a levee was breached. For now, California officials are reminding people to avoid travel and to stay clear of several waterways. Authorities say 3 women living in Texas crossed into Mexico on February 24th to sell clothes at a flea market and have not been seen since. Family members say they have not heard from those 3 women and are concerned about their safety. State police and the FBI are investigating. Some A-listers and some newcomers took home a coveted Oscar trophy last night. Many of those nominated for the Academy Awards were first-timers. 16 out of the 20 acting nominees up for their first awards, and competition was tough. Coverage on the biggest moment from the Oscars is coming up in just a few minutes on Good Morning America. We'll be back with weather after this.
At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.
Adventure awaits at Silver Mountain Resort this winter. Enjoy some of the best terrain in the region, only 30 minutes east of Coeur d'Alene, right off I-90. Family, friends, and smiles as big as the wide-open vistas. Relax in a beautiful condo just a stroll away from dining, water slides, indoor surfing, and 84 degrees. And a gondola ride away from our new covered carpet lift, tubing, and acres of snow rider heaven. Your winter adventure awaits at Silver Mountain. Book today at silvermt.com.
Northwest Fence is now offering a spring special to make your backyard beautiful with 20% off all white or tan stock vinyl fencing. Just stop by our retail location in the Valley or give us a call. And remember, nobody builds better than Northwest Fence.
Well, we are going to have a rainy day, widespread rain throughout the day. Heavier rainfall is going to be in the afternoon hours. And then we're going to be warming up pretty nicely as we make it through our day, but also through our work week. As you can see, by Friday, we are into the 50s, and we're going to hold on to those temperatures through the weekend as well. Overall, pretty nice and spring-like looking weather.
All right, Emily, thank you so much. And thank you so much for tuning in this morning. We hope you have a fantastic day. Stay dry out there. Stick around. Good Morning America starts in just a few, and we will be back throughout the morning with updates for you here locally. Stick around.